Back here with the Jack in the Box intermission report, getting ready for the regular season when they give out points for real. That's coming up Thursday. We are tied at 2 after 2 alongside Jesse Cohen. He hosts the LA Kings pregame show on the LA Kings audio network. He also hosts all the Kings Men podcasts. Jesse, what's going on with all that fabulous work you do?
That's right. So we've got a bunch of podcasts now, Patrick. We've got 4 of them, actually. Not just all the Kings Men.
Went from 1 to 4?
Yeah, that's right. We've got the rain check. Following the Ontario rain, which should be a ton of excitement this year. We've also got the LA Kings Insider audio feed for all your post-game interviews, stuff like that.
Amazing.
And Jim Fox, of course, returns to host the podcast this year. So tons of stuff. You can check out lakings.com/podcast. I know I come on here and I play around with you, Patrick.
Yes.
I say some silly things.
Is that Fox and Faust or just Fox?
Just Fox this year. Just Fox.
What happened to Faust? It's a long story.
You'll have to subscribe to find out.
I knew it wouldn't last. All right, we're going to get into the Pacific Division. That's great work you do, by the way.
Thank you.
So what can you tell us about what's going on with the Pacific before you get to what you will get wrong?
Yeah, so I have my prediction all set up here, but the Pacific Division is much maligned this offseason. A lot of people talking about how it's a weak division, and what we've got here is Jay Fresh showing his spread of predictions there, not only from the fans, but also from a ton of fancy stat predictors. And the one common thread is that San Jose and Anaheim will be there at the bottom, and Edmonton, and Vegas will be there up at the top. And, you don't need to focus too hard on the spread there, but that's the general gist of it, comparing what the fans think will happen versus what the quote-unquote experts will say will happen. And I decided this year to wait for everyone else to put their predictions in before I made mine, Patrick, because as you know, I like to get things wrong. It's been said of me that the Vegas Golden Knights live in my head rent-free ever since they came into the league and won the Pacific Division and won the Western Conference, but they haven't won the Stanley Cup yet, Patrick. And so I finally figured out how to sign the eviction notice on the Vegas Golden Knights spot inside my head.
Okay.
And that's to predict that the Seattle Kraken in their first season will not only win the Pacific Division, not only win the Western Conference, but do what the Vegas Golden Knights have failed to do, and God willing will continue to fail to do, and that is win the Stanley Cup in their first season. So, Patrick, that's what I'm getting wrong this season. The Seattle Kraken will win the Stanley Cup.
I guess if you get it right, that means that Vegas doesn't win also.
That's right.
And it's not going to happen.
Exactly.
So I see how you're doing that. Very good, man. Appreciate that. What will Jesse get wrong? And that is what that's going to be.
For this year.
And Vegas is going to continue to live in your head until
we sign that eviction notice.
All right, Jesse Cohen, the host of, there's like 4 or 5 or 6 podcasts that he has for us, and of course the pregame show on the LA Kings audio network. Jesse, let's do it again, pal.
Anytime, Patrick.
All right. You could have gone with Make It Rain, but no, rain check. I see.